Welcome back, students. We are in lesson 1.10, calling class methods. So we've been using what we call void methods, or methods that don't have a type. They don't return a value, they just do something. So that's what we've been doing so far with the methods that you made the other day. But now we're looking at what we call non-void methods, or methods that have a type like double or int or string, and they will return a value. So let's start by taking a look at some code. I'm going to make a calculator file here. Okay, so BlueJ gives you all this junk in here by default. I always like to delete it. Okay, so we need our main public static void main string args. Okay, and I'm going to make another method. For now is going to be void. We'll call it times. And it's going to take double A, double B, and it's going to give us the product of these two numbers. Okay, very simple and straightforward. So I'm going to call my method times, and remember I need to give it two doubles. So let's go 12.25 and 5.5. Oh yeah, I forgot about the static part again. Okay, and let's run this, and there it gives me an answer. Ooh, my mouse is freaking out on me. Okay, so sometimes, so this is an example of a void. We've been doing this already. This method just does something. It prints. But sometimes it's more useful if a method can return a value. And we need to change the void to the type that we want it to be. So if this is going to be a double, the result of multiplying two doubles is going to be a double. So I don't want this now to print. And you notice it was giving me an error. It was already showing over there. It wasn't going to compile. Missing return statement. So we need to return, and this is a special keyword in Java. I need to return the value A times B. So what that means is, here are my two arguments. I'm calling my method times. I'm passing these two arguments. They get received as A and B. And this does it, it does the multiplication here, and then it returns it back to where the method was called. So this times now becomes A times B. So this really isn't going to do anything if it even compiles and runs. I guess it will, but we won't see anything from the output. I don't know where it is. It's hiding somewhere. Let's get rid of that one. Where is it? Come on. Well, this is why Macs are just the worst, because why wouldn't it pop up when I run that? Oh, maybe it didn't because nothing is happening. Okay, well, here is the point. This method call here becomes the return value. So it is the same thing as if you had just typed 63.375 or whatever that number is. So it doesn't do anything. So I could print this system.out.println. I could print this, and it's going to print the number 63 or whatever, and then we will get some output. Okay, so that's why it wasn't popping up, because there was just nothing to do. And I can do math with this. So this times is a double. It's as if I had typed 63.375 right there. So I could do this plus 5. I can do math with it because it's a double. So it's going to add these things together, and then it's going to print them. So there, it's added 5 to it. I guess it's not 63. What was it? 68 or something? 67? Okay, so I have made a non-void method. I've made a double method. And that can be more powerful and more useful than a void because it has a type. It must return a value, and that value must be the type here. So this here is a double. It has to be, otherwise it won't compile. It's going to say, you're missing your return statement or the incorrect type of return statement. Okay, let's look at one more example. Let's make another one a square. So this one can be an int. Actually, it only needs one number. If we're going to just square a number. So you pass it an integer, it gives you the square of it. So what we want to have is return a times a. Okay, and so I could put here system.out.println square. Oops. And I need to pass it. I need to give it an argument. What number do I want it to square? Oops. 5. And there's the result, 25. So again, you could save these return values. So instead of just printing it, maybe I want to do this. Double result equals times, like that. Or I could do int my square equals square 9. Right? And so I could print here those other things. System.out.println result. And I could system.out.println my square. Right, so this line here, so I'm declaring a double called result, and I'm storing in it the return value from this method call. So this, again, what's happening is I'm calling the times method. I'm passing it 2 numbers as arguments. First one is going to be A. The second one is received as B. This method does whatever it does. It returns a double, and that becomes this. So that will be stored in result. My square, we're initializing to the return value of this method called square 9. So I'm passing 9 into this method, and it is returning an int. Remember, the return value must match the type. So this becomes an integer. It'll just be 81, and that will get stored in my square. So let's just run this and see. And we get that first one, we get 81, we get 25.